The following program was produced by an independent community producer. The opinions expressed do not necessarily reflect those of the ECAT staff or board of directors.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. It's the Ron Van Dam Show.
Hold on tight, things can get a bit weird, if you like that sort of thing.
Hey, welcome to the program. How are you? Oh my God, how are you? I come into the studio once a week to do the visual part of the show that I do. I do radio, so I usually don't do the TV anymore, but once a week I do come in here because they have a lovely spread of cold cuts and it's wonderful. They have cheese. They have cheese and crackers. They treat the people that come into the studio with so nice. These are the nicest people in the world. Wherever you don't get this at other studios, only here do they have this entire spread of wonderful caviar and goose liver pate. Who knew they even? Where do you get that? Welcome to the show. Thanks for being here. I do this every single weekday. Not here, goddamn. I do it on the radio, newenglandbroadcasting.com, ronvandam.com. I'm on syndicated radio stations, the iHeart network, Stitcher, SoundCloud, Somslots, Kumquat. I'm on the Amazon Music and the Apple Podcasts and the Audible and the iHeartRadio and Pandora and iTunes and TuneIn Radio, and I'm in your refrigerator right now, and I'm setting number 3 on your self-baking oven there, and I'm all over the place. And if you like the show, technologically you can do this. Go to your cell phone and press the number 3. And that will send me a like. That's not true. I'm only kidding. This is so stupid. All right. Hi. How are you? I'm going to tell you a funny story. It's a little off color. So if you have any kids in the room, you might want to just send them somewhere else. It's a little bit off color. But it's true. I went to a place in upstate New York. It was the Lake George area. Have you ever been to Lake George? Is your name George? Ever been to your lake? It's a beautiful area up there, upstate New York, about 30 miles north of Albany, something like that. They had this lovely little Chinese restaurant there, and I couldn't check into my hotel until 4 o'clock in the afternoon, which is a pain because I arrived at like 2. So I had to find something to do for 2 hours. So I drove around, and I had an early dinner at this Chinese restaurant, which was walking distance from the hotel, so very, very convenient. And I like Chinese food, and I don't have it very frequently, but here I am. So I walk into the Chinese food place, and they seat me in a table, which is the best place to be seated if you're going to eat something. And there was a beautiful menu, and a nice server, a nice young lady, very nice, very polite. She said, my name is Connie, and I'll be taking care of you. And I said, okay, how about a massage and one of those little wet hand towels? Do you have those things? And can you change the oil in my car? I've just driven here like for 3 hours, and the oil change. As long as you're going to take care of me, would you tuck me into bed tonight? I'll give you a key to my hotel room. Just come on in. If you're going to take care of me, then let's get going. That's not what she meant. She only meant that she'll be taking my order and bringing the food subsequently to the table that I ordered and then hand me the check and I'm out of there. That's taking care of me for some reason. So I said, thank you, Connie. My name is Ron and I'll be taken care of. Anyway, back and forth. Actually, that didn't happen. I'm only kidding. So she seats me at the table. I have a lovely main course there with the thing. And then she says, would you like dessert? And I said, well, I'll take a look at it. And she brings me the menu, and she says, we have something very, very special tonight. It's a vanilla ice cream that is actually deep fried with a nice coconut crust and fudge sauce. and a cherry on top. And it's called the happy ending. And I said, okay, I don't think by law I'm allowed to order that, but it's a little too rich for me. And thank you very much, Connie, for taking care of me. And I'll take the check, please. I couldn't believe. And then I looked at the menu, and it's printed on there that the special is the happy ending. And I felt like calling Connie over. Connie, you got a second? Got a second? Come on over here. Before you start naming your desserts here at the restaurant, you should Google the phrase of the dessert title and just make sure it's in the clear. Because you calling this dessert a happy ending is not only going to get you in trouble, but it's very, very confusing to many of us. I know you said when I sat down you'd be taking care of me, but I didn't expect this. So yes, I'll have... No, I didn't. In that case, I will order the happy ending. It's amazing to me that I guess it's a cultural thing where they don't realize what they're doing. As you know, a happy ending is the end of a fairy tale. We all know what that is. It's just funny to me. There's a large wholesale place called BJ's Wholesale. They're nationwide, and I every time I go in there, because I am a member. Every time I go in there, I feel like, can I speak to the manager, please? Excuse me. When you call this place BJ's, did you think that there might be another meaning somewhere, possibly? Or anyway, okay. All right, the kids can come back in the room now. Now they don't want to come back, right? I understand that. All right, I'm going to kind of make some people feel uncomfortable right now. I'll talk about donations. I get slammed with requests for donations from everything to where I went to college. They still want money from me. They consider me an alumni just because I graduated. Well, yeah, you consider me a money source since I graduated is what that means. And they're constantly asking me to donate to the university. I went to New York University, yay, whoopee. They constantly want me to donate to them, and I feel like saying to them, like, don't you have enough money? Didn't I pay you enough money? Didn't my parents pay you enough money? Why are you still digging at me? How can an establishment like a large college actually, with tuition of like $80,000 a semester, how can you be needing any money? And why would you come after me? Most of us that graduate from these institutions can't find jobs anyway. Why are you coming after us for money? We should be getting refunds. We should say, you should send us money. Thanks for attending university. We're doing well. Have some of your money back. They don't do that. I am getting slammed for donation requests on email, on my silly cell phone. I call it a silly cell phone because it does nothing but bother me, really. Sure, I can communicate on it and get information, but I pay for that. Not only through the service payment, through Verizon is what I have, but also in frustration and in angst, because I'm getting bombarded by these spam calls, these requests for money, donations, political donations. I thought that would have ended in November. No, it didn't stop. It keeps going. Everybody wants money out of me. They don't know if I have money or not. They're assuming that maybe they could talk me into letting some of that go and giving it to. I don't want to. I need the money right now. Donate to everything. One of my biggest problems, this is where you might be offended, is the March of Dimes. They're a wonderful organization. They help out kids and adults with a terrible disease. Research, we got to do that because the government isn't going to pay for any kind of medical research anymore, by the way. It costs way too much money. So if you have a certain disease at a point, live with it. Yeah, it's your government. There's your government. I think it was Biden who said that within his administration, he wanted to come up at least with a couple of cures for cancer. Might take a little bit longer than 4 years. Didn't work out. But I thought that was a pretty good pledge. I kind of like that one. But now apparently the administration, this new one, is saying, well, we spend too much money on trying to save people's lives. Not a big deal. Anyway, so I'm getting March of Dimes. Every single, and a wonderful, wonderful organization, every single month sends me in the mail an envelope. And inside the envelope is a request to donate along with 5 dimes. They're sending me money through the mail. I didn't think that was legal to do. Every month they're sending me 50 cents. Look, why don't you keep the 50 cents a month and consider that my donation? That way you don't have to spend money to send me the money, and I don't have to spend money to give you the money. Keep the 5 dimes. I had them on my show about 10 years ago, and there was a lovely young lady. She had a sense of humor, so I thought, okay, I'm going to go for it here, because this has been going on for decades. And I said to her, look, I'm going to ask you a question a little bit off the beaten path here. Your organization is sending me money in the mail every single month, and then they want money from me. Why do you send me money if you want to get money? I don't understand. I don't understand that. And she said, well, it is a marketing thing, and it happens to be very successful for us. Who's doing that? Who? The guilty people. Here's what's happening. It's a marketing thing. They're trying to manipulate you. They're trying to make you feel guilty. Look, they sent me 50 cents in the mail. I can't spend this. I can't. Anyway, nothing costs only 50 cents, so I don't really know, but I can't. I got to send them. I got to send them something. She says that when she sends out 50 cents, when the organization sends out 50 cents to the public, they return it tenfold. Well, okay, that's nice. To me, that's a form of manipulation and making people feel guilty. And making people feel guilty on purpose is manipulation. And I don't play dumb games. Now, I do donate to things every once in a while. But here's where I stop doing that with a particular organization. If I donate, and then a couple of months later, they call me or send me something in the mail saying, thank you for your contribution. We really need your help. Will you donate again? Wait a minute. I just donated. Now what they've done is they targeted me because I actually donated. They targeted me as an easy sell. Look, he's a donor. He gave us money. Go after him. Get more. Look, come on. What you're doing with me is you're cutting me out, because as soon as you do that, I'm not going to donate to you anymore. Why would I donate to you so that you can just bother me more frequently because now I'm an even easier than easy target? He's got money. Let's get it. Let's bleed him dry. Look, that's enough. That's enough. There are some organizations that actually call me on the phone, very, very nice, sweet people. And they say, thank you for being a regular donor to our organization. We do appreciate it. You're a wonderful person, all that crap. But here, we're going to make it easy for you. Let's set you up on a donation payment plan. This is true. You give us your checking account number, and we will, or your credit card number, and we will automatically. We don't even have to call you. We'll automatically take money out of your account every month, maybe $30 a month. I think you can afford that, right? We'll automatically take it right out of your account. We'll get into your account. We'll take the money out. every month. So what do you say? No, I say no, 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 and no. Just say no, no. Our local television station, GBH Television, I have always donated to public television because I think it's a fantastic thing. But the idea of that was that there'd be no commercials. Maybe the mention of the product, for 10 seconds. The following program is made possible by the good people at Procter & Gamble, makers of the soap, the laundry soap. It's fantastic. Procter & Gamble. And that's it. Okay, fine. All right, it's 10 seconds of my life. I can do that. It's not a commercial. It's a mention. No more. Now the mentions are a little bit more lengthy and a little bit more involved. And the television station is calling me up a little bit more. And they suggested I go on a payment plan. I said, no. I said, Ron, don't go on payment plans. I will donate when I feel like it. No, you're not going to automatically take money out of my account. What are you, crazy? You think, what? Are you serious? You actually think I would do that? Well, other people do. Oh, I see. I do enjoy the shows. And if you donate, they will give you something like a tote bag. Or if you're watching a concert, you might be able to get discounted tickets to the next concert, which is like $200 a seat anyway. It's very, you know how many tote bags I have? I've got a lot of tote bags. I got nowhere to tote them. What am I going to do? Well, take them to the supermarket with my GBH stash of tote bags? You put the cheese in that tote bag from GBH. I got that last week. Put the meats and the fish in that tote bag that I got from GBH. It was 3 months ago. The other thing I don't like about the public television thing is when they have a great new show, it goes on the air like a concert. It was like an ABBA concert, and another time there was a Pink Floyd concert. I thought, oh, this is fantastic. Just, no commercials all the way through. No commercials. But it is interrupted. It doesn't go free all the way through. Wait a minute, what am I been paying for if it's not free all the way through? Here's what happens. They have 10 minutes of the concert and then 10 minutes of two people back in the studio trying to make you donate even more money. So now I've been donating for programming where half of it is the actual program and the other half is constantly interrupted by 10 minutes of two people talking and trying to make me donate money. That's not what I paid for. Isn't the idea I donate the money and you shut up? I mean, isn't that shut up money? Oh no. Here's a wonderful program. You'll enjoy it. You can't see it anywhere else. Half of it will be the program. The other half will be us talking to you, trying to get more money out of you. Okay, look, you're kind of defeating your own purpose here. I do donate annually, once a year, that's it. They're not, and I do it when I feel like it. But I'm getting a little tired of paying for, donating for programming that I can't see anywhere else, but I can't even see it because you interrupt it every 10 minutes. So that's not working out either. Here, I don't want to be nasty. I'm not trying to be nasty. I'm just trying to point things out. But do you know why we actually donate? Do you know? 2 reasons, and none of them are really heavenly. And I know you're going to take offense to this. The first reason is guilt. These people are making you feel guilty. They're manipulating you. You know that commercial they have with the dogs and the cats that are emaciated? They can't even stand up. Looks like they haven't eaten ever. And then in the background, Melissa Manchester sings a sad song that'll make you feel just horrible about yourself because these animals are dying right in front of you on a TV screen. It's manipulation. It's true. There are animals like that. But it's manipulation to make you like just break down and go, oh my God, I've got to save these animals. It's effective. It works. But it's manipulation, and it's to make you feel guilty. Guilty is charged because the human condition can easily be made to feel guilty. That's reason number one that people donate. Number two is they really, really want to help out. But they also get a high off of helping out. There are people that dominate. There are people that dominate. There are people that donate to organizations and things anonymously. I don't want to say who I am. That's weird. Say who you are so that other people can see that people actually do donate. Don't do it anonymously. Be a role model for other people if that's what you're into. Also, there's a feeling, Christmas time and Hanukkah time. Sorry. When you give a gift, it's the real joy is the giving. When you see the other person open up the gift and scream with delight, that makes you feel good. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. You feel good in giving. They feel good in receiving. Win-win. That's fine. I'm not saying it's wrong. But we sometimes donate and give for selfish reasons because we like it. We enjoy the adulation. Nothing wrong with that. The real donations that are from the heart are the ones where someone has had a disease, passed from a disease in the family or a friend, and you want to give money in order to support and ask other people to give money to support because it's personally screwed up your life. I mean, it really, like, you were actually affected by it, and you want to make sure that nobody else has to go through what you're going through with this grief, although there always will be those that do. That's altruistic. That's fine. That's great. I still wouldn't give my checking account number, but whatever. And volunteering is a wonderful thing, too. We stopped doing that. We stopped volunteering because we're working too hard. We don't have time. My only free time should be drinking beer and watching football. I mean, that's not me, but that's what other people feel. All right, I think I've dissected this particular subject matter to the hilt. Let's move on to something else, shall we? I want to talk about daylight savings time. I don't like it. Arizona doesn't have it. They, as a state, they actually decided, no. Standard time, it's standard. I'm sick of changing clocks. Change your own smoke detectors and batteries. Let's stop fooling around with time. Because your body, ask a doctor or a scientist or one of these sleep experts at Jordan's Furniture. They know what they're talking about. Ask them. To screw with somebody's body clock is not good. It's not good. Stop fooling around with time. I believe it was Sigmund Freud who actually said, I think I'm very smart. And I think it was Einstein that said, I really need to see the barber. I can't do a thing with my hair. But those two guys actually knew, don't screw with time. Don't screw with it. Daylight savings time is absolutely ridiculous. There's no reason why it should be, the sun should be out at 9 o'clock at night in the summer. There's just no reason that should happen. People should be going to bed at 9 o'clock and not have to worry about the sunlight coming into their bedroom when trying to fall asleep. It's just wrong. Well, Ron, is it wrong to be dark at 5 o'clock in the afternoon? No, because that's called the evening. No, it's not wrong. And it's not all year round anyway, even on standard time. But still, I mean, I have friends. No, that's not true. I have acquaintances that actually get depressed during the winter. They actually get depressed. I say, what are you depressed about? What's your problem? Well, it gets dark so early, and God, it gets dark at 5 o'clock, and it's so early to get to 5 o'clock. It's getting dark. I don't know what to do. All right, here's an idea. When you get home, turn the lights on. Wow, Ron, that's a great idea. That's right. They even make things called daylight bulbs that mimic daylight. Buy some of those. Oh my God, Ron, thank God you do a talk show. I know. I don't want to be eating dinner with the sun in my eyes. That's wrong too. Do you like your kids going to school in the morning at 7 o'clock and it's still dark outside? How do you feel about that? All in all, it's just stupid to do this. Stop daylight savings time. If I were disgusting enough to put bumper stickers on my car, I'm not. I would put that one on it. Daylight savings time. What are you saving it for? You open up a CD account and save your time? What are you doing? I've heard of saving the whales. I wanted to save the whales at one point, but I got no room in my house. Now I got to save time? You got to save daylight. Put it in a jar. It's stupid. It's just stupid. And Arizona, as crazy a place as that is, they got it right. I think daylight savings time should be abolished. Put us all just on a regular time thing and leave us the hell alone. I don't think that's a bad idea. My last subject matter today is a rather short one, and again, it might be disparaging to some establishments, so I'm going to be careful about this. I read on the Google, and then I checked with a doctor or two, eating raw seafood, fish, is not a good idea. Eating raw oysters, little neck clams, I happen to like them. They're very tasty with a little cocktail sauce, a little horseradish. It's a good time. It's a good time. It's like eating snot. I know it is, but it's tasty. I know. But it's bad for you. If you see, the restaurant has to handle those raw clams and oysters perfectly. They have to get it from a source that has handled them perfectly. There has to be nothing wrong with those items in nature. They have to be perfect as well. Otherwise, you're going to get some kind of a horrible stomach flu. But that's not the worst thing. When I looked it up, I found out there are quite a few diseases, there are quite a few diseases that derive from raw oysters and raw clams, and they could even be fatal. That word fatal that starts making a difference to me. I've been sick before. I've had stomach flu before. But it could kill you. That's a little bit more concerning to me on the scale of concerning things. So I'm in a conundrum. I love raw oysters. I love little neck clams. Do I trust the restaurants? Somewhat. Do they trust their suppliers? Somewhat. I guess it depends. I mean, I guess if you live in an area where you've had them before and it was always okay, that's fine, that's wonderful. But if you're traveling and you go into some kind of establishment that has it and it's in a different part of the country, different part of the world, I would take a step backward and say, no, I'll wait till I go home and to a place that I really, really know well, and I didn't die yet from the oysters there, so I guess I'm good. And by the way, they have that thing that you can't have raw seafood. If it has an R in it, that's not true, by the way. So you can die any month. Okay, I'm out of time. I'll be back again next week with another program where I hope I don't offend you quite as much as I did today, probably. But until that time arrives, I wish you peace.